name's Zack Winestine. It's a little hard to top a group of 8th graders, but I'll try. I'm with the Committee to Save the New York Public Library, and we'd like to talk about the Central Library Plan, which some of you may have heard of. The Central Library Plan, at great cost to the city taxpayers and to the New York Public Library system, would destroy the historic book stacks in the 42nd Street Research Library. It would demolish them. In that space, it would then shoehorn in the Mid-Manhattan Library and the Science, Business, and Industry Libraries. And after that's done, the Mid-Manhattan Library Building and the Science, Industry, and Business Library would be sold to real estate developers for profit. There are two big problems with this. First of all, the new space for the Mid-Manhattan and for SIBL, the Science, Industry, and Business Library, would be approximately 1/3 of the existing space. The patrons of those very heavily used libraries are going to have to fit into a much smaller, much reduced space. Second of all, the research functions of the 42nd Street Research Library, which is one of the premier research facilities in the world. Scholars travel from all over the globe to come to New York to use this library. It is an iconic institution, and its research functions will be severely impaired by this plan because when the stacks are destroyed, 1.5 million books are going to have to be displaced to storage in central New Jersey. Now, one of the problems with this plan is that it has been created with no public input and no public oversight, despite the impacts it will have both on the research library and on the library users throughout the city. It was formulated with no notification, no opportunity for public comment or public input. As far as we know, no alternatives were even considered. If they were, no information was ever released about them. It is not right that decisions affecting such an important institution be made by a small group of library trustees with no opportunity for the public at large to comment, to have any oversight, or to otherwise share their opinions and their needs. Finally, I'd just like to point out a problem with this procedure. It's the same procedure that was used when the Science, Industry, and Business Library was created 17 years ago. In 1996, the New York Public Library spent $100 million to build the Library of the Future. It was the same kind of closed decision-making process. The library was based on the brand new technology of CD-ROMs. By the time the library actually opened, that technology was defunct. The library was a white elephant. It is now, 17 years later, the Library of the Future is being sold off because it didn't work. That process isn't good enough, the Central Library Plan isn't good enough, and we ask that everybody join us in demanding that the plan be halted until an independent agency can do an independent financial analysis of both the plan and its alternatives. Thank you.